I'm a bit behind schedule, but we are good to go. Tomorrow I will go on a pretty epic ride, or maybe I won't. It's a bit hard to tell right now because I'm still sick and I don't want to overdo it when I'm sick on the bike. But okay, let's go step by step. The thing that I'm basically planning to do is a 150 or 140 kilometer ride from here, my hometown Heidelberg, out to one of my very good friends who recently moved to an area called Taunus, a small village called Diethardt to be precise. And this I would do on gravel, which is a pretty long ride, I guess around 7 to 8 hours roughly. And then there are just below 1k of climbing, so not too much climbing actually, not too hard a ride. Under normal conditions I would definitely do the full ride. For now I keep it a bit up for tomorrow, see how I feel tomorrow morning, and then either I will jump on the bike early and do the full amount, or I will take a train from here to a place closer. One of the most important tools I'm using when planning such a long ride is Notion. I don't know if you heard of Notion. I used to be a big Evernote fan, which is a comparable app. It's a note-taking app, but Notion is just so much better. So I fully converted to it and I keep a lot of notes, including recipe collection, but also my long ride prep or checklist that I use every time. Okay, let me take you through my list here on Notion. So on the day before, that is today, I will first make sure that I assemble my bike. That means all the components, the right tires, the right saddle, everything is prepped and good to go. And also I will put all the bags that I want on there. So tomorrow, because it's a fairly straightforward ride, I will only use a top tube bag as well as a large saddle bag with all the stuff that I need to arrive there in the evening. The second thing that I will do is I will check the tire pressure so everything is set up and I can just grab my bike in the morning and leave. Likewise, I will double check that the shifting is working as it's supposed to. I will charge my head unit and my watch and give a overall good look to everything on the bike, and I will apply new wax. This time it will just be drip wax that I put on the bike. Then on the evening before, I will get into essentially all the food preparation. So first I am going to pre-mix my bottles, and I will also use a pack, USWE, whatever you pronounce this brand, USWE, and 2 big bottles with a lot of carbs in there. That is going to be the major carb source for the ride, but I'm also going to prep all the other ride food. That is my gels on the one hand, and also some firm nutrition. I will use a bunch of bars and also probably a banana or 2. Also, I will prepare all my clothing and accessories. Last but not least, I will prepare my breakfast and set the alarm. For breakfast, I sometimes do overnight oats or have some oat mix ready that I just boil in the morning. Because when I want to depart super early, like sometimes it's like 7 in the morning departure, then I want to have eaten 1 hour earlier, probably ideally even longer, but that hardly happens. But I want 1 hour between eating breakfast and departing at the very minimum, and that means that I will need something that I can just grab and have very easily ready, otherwise I have to get up way too early. On this table here you see everything that I packed for my ride tomorrow. It's a whole lot of stuff, as you can see. And all this needs to go either directly on my body or in the little top tube bag or this bag. So we shall see how packing goes. set up my bike on the bike stand, and now I get into all the prep work. First thing I actually gonna do is make sure the bike is somewhat clean. Could have cleaned it properly before, but yeah, I will at least give it a little scrub. Then I will wax my chain, control tire pressure. I know the lights are charged. Then later on I am going to still charge the pedals, because I have these power meter pedals from Favero. These are pretty cool, but I want them to be charged as well. And then I guess everything that needs to be done and good to go is good to go. Okay, let's talk about the ride itself and how I set it up. So I planned it using Komoot, and I have actually two versions that I prepared. I have a road and a gravel version, because as a fallback option, if the territory, which I don't know what the surface is like, I have no clue if it is rideable, if the weather conditions are bad, I want to have a fallback option, and that is why I have a road version planned as well. But if all goes well, I will definitely keep it on the gravel, which, by the way, is of course not all gravel. It still has a fair amount of roads, like 15k of streets, 11.8k of road, and almost 500 meters on a bloody state road, which is the worst to ride on. Okay, so these are some of the basic parameters. It's mostly a flat profile with 920 meters of elevation, which happen at the end. Once I reach the Taunus area where Christoph lives, I will then be climbing some meters. But it's not even 1k, so not that much, especially for a 140k ride. A pretty flat profile. I've never done it, so let's see what is expecting me out there. Okay, I'm a bit behind schedule, but we are good to go. So, as you see, I'm running to my bike, and the gate, which just opened because I don't have a key on me for the gate, and just had to press on the thing. Okay, so I'm good to go. It's 9:45, running a bit behind schedule here for whatever reasons, like kids, life, blah blah blah. But now the journey is starting. I will hop on the bike, and let's hope that all goes pretty well.